Welcome to Story Lane English. Today, we bring you the enchanting tale of Cinderella, a timeless story that shows us how kindness and perseverance can transform even the most challenging circumstances. Let's journey together through this magical rags-to-riches story. Life in the shadows. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village, there lived a kind and gentle girl named Cinderella. She had lost her mother at a young age, and her father remarried to provide her with a new family. Unfortunately, Cinderella's stepmother and her two stepsisters were cruel and selfish. They treated her not as a member of the family, but as a servant. Cinderella's days were filled with endless chores. She scrubbed the floors, cooked the meals, and tended to the garden, all while her stepmother and stepsisters lounged in luxury. Despite their harsh treatment, Cinderella remained kind and hopeful, finding comfort in her animal friends and the beauty of the world around her. An invitation to the ball. One day, a royal messenger arrived in the village with exciting news. The king was hosting a grand ball in honor of his son, the prince. Every eligible maiden in the kingdom was invited to attend. The stepmother and stepsisters were thrilled. They saw the ball as an opportunity to win the prince's favor and secure their future. As the household buzzed with preparations, Cinderella's heart filled with a secret longing. "If only I could go to the ball," she whispered to herself. But her stepmother laughed at the idea. "You? Attend the ball? Look at your rags. Stay home and finish your work." Cinderella tried to stay strong, but tears welled up in her eyes. She retreated to the garden, where her animal friends tried to comfort her. "Don't lose hope," she told herself. "Dreams have a way of coming true." A magical transformation. As the evening of the ball approached, Cinderella sat alone in the garden, feeling helpless. Suddenly, a soft, shimmering light appeared. From it emerged a kind and wise fairy godmother. "My dear child," said the fairy godmother, "why are you crying?" Cinderella explained her plight, and the fairy godmother smiled warmly. "You shall go to the ball," she declared. With a wave of her wand, she transformed a pumpkin into a glittering carriage. Mice became proud horses, and a simple lizard turned into a skilled coachman. The fairy godmother then turned her attention to Cinderella. Her tattered rags became a stunning gown of silk and jewels, and delicate glass slippers adorned her feet. Cinderella looked at herself in awe. "Thank you, fairy godmother," she exclaimed. "But remember," the fairy godmother warned, "the magic will end at midnight. You must return home before the clock strikes 12. Cinderella arrived at the palace, and all eyes turned to her. She was radiant, and no one recognized her as the girl from the village. Even her stepmother and stepsisters failed to notice who she was. The prince, captivated by her grace and beauty, immediately asked her to dance. The night felt like a dream. Cinderella and the prince danced and talked, their connection growing with each moment. The music, the lights, and the magic made it a night she would never forget. But as the clock struck midnight, Cinderella remembered the fairy godmother's warning. "I must go," she said, pulling away from the prince. "Wait," he called after her. But Cinderella ran, leaving behind one of her glass slippers on the grand staircase. The magic faded as she hurried home, her gown turning back into rags. When she reached the house, she was out of breath but filled with happiness from the memories of the evening. The search for Cinderella. The next morning, the prince declared he would marry the woman who fit the glass slipper. He sent his royal guards across the kingdom to find her. One by one, maidens tried the slipper, but it did not fit. When the guards arrived at Cinderella's home, her stepsisters eagerly tried to force their feet into the delicate shoe, but it was no use. The slipper was too small. Just as the guards were about to leave, Cinderella stepped forward. "May I try?" she asked softly. Her stepmother scoffed. "You don't waste their time." But the guard insisted. Cinderella gently slid her foot into the slipper, and it fit perfectly. The guards rejoiced and escorted her to the palace. Happily ever after. At the palace, the prince greeted Cinderella with joy. "I've found you," he said, taking her hand. They were married in a grand ceremony, and Cinderella's days of hardship came to an end. She invited her animal friends to live with her at the palace and showed kindness to all. The moral of the story. Cinderella's journey reminds us that kindness, perseverance, and hope can lead to a brighter future. No matter how difficult life may seem, staying true to yourself and believing in your dreams can bring unexpected blessings. Thank you for joining us on Story Lane English. Stay tuned for more enchanting tales that inspire and improve your English.